And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
18 Gator. Recon, 152 fighter. Ready?
1st and 10, Young. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown! Steve Young with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. So that'll back him up 5. And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. Out of the gun, it's Young. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. On 2nd down, Jacobs. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
I think when people start talking about the greatest Ravens of all time, Ray Lewis's name comes up pretty fast, doesn't it? Tackles like that, just the tip of the iceberg when you start to talk about his talents.
He was their 2nd pick after the move to Baltimore. What was that, 96?
Yeah, 1996. Jonathan Ogden was the first.
And Ray Lewis also 2-time Super Bowl champion and the MVP of Super Bowl 35. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Check 99. Check 99. Check the topper. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Shit. Hit it.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big run by the big man Fournette. 42 yards. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
Let's go now.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing now is Carr. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Carr going to go on 4th down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Leonard Fournette with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Reggie White on the sack there, showing the explosiveness that led him to the Hall of Fame. Another try after the first down sack. Young. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the lead is now 21-14. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't? A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Well, CD, with the end of the season comes the announcement of the All-Pro team, and everybody was like, wait a second, Christian McCaffrey's listed twice. Is that a mistake? No, he got it both at running back and flex. Pretty impressive.
Very impressive, because I think a lot of people thought that if you have a running back and a flex position, that maybe Christian McCaffrey would go into the flex because he catches the ball so well. And he would go ahead and elevate the big guy out of Tennessee, Derrick Henry, to the All-Pro running back. Henry ends up being a second-team guy, but McCaffrey deserves being first-team running back as well as first-team flex. He had a tremendous, spectacular year.
And as you might imagine, Baltimore leads the way. 5 players named to the All-Pro selection. Of course, leading the way for them, the quarterback Lamar Jackson.
Yes, and rightly so. And I fully expect him to be named the MVP when we get to NFL honors right before the Super Bowl. He's going to sweep all of those, and he deserves it. Carried that team throughout the season, and got better in their bigger games.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. To throw his Carr. Over the middle, complete. It's Gonzalez. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Slam. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Get it.
This is Fournette. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
Check.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to have a third down. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. The final shot here before half for Carr. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now Carr. And this is Carr. Amari Cooper. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
Just like that.
On 1st down, it's Jacobs. And some room to run now. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Josh Jacobs. .43 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Vinatieri now for the point after. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead now up to 14.
Visitors, 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. He's got daylight. The 40. The 30. 10. And he will score. It's a touchdown. That kick return TD is 98 yards in length as his guys are back within a single score. Now a two-point conversion attempt forthcoming.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
And they just get the play off. Now Young being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And he will get into the end zone, and the two-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be taken very short. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 20-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
What's tight? Tight end's right. What's tight? Tight end's right. Hey, 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 hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
Now Carr. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gonzalez. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check, 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 check. Kill, 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 kill.
Counter play with Jacobs. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Down. 90 Wolf. 2 right here. Here I come. Check, 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 check. SOS. Shoot.
On the run, it's Fournette. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up fourth down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Carr down to throw. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
Here we go, set. 60 outlaw. Check my 50. Come on, D. Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This will be caught by Randy Moss. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Here we go again. Check.
Now, from the gun, Steve Young. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Ted Hendricks making his presence felt. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll run here with Bo. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The fourth down pass play doesn't work out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Kill.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Now on 2nd and 13. Carr. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth-quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Fournette running right. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boys.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch out.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
Set, ready? 10 logo. Let's go, D. Big series right here. So we got to step it up.
Now Carr. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Ready up. Stop your whining. He's checking. Crash. Switch.
They'll run on first down. Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
On the set. 52. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Begin.
Now Fournette. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Go. 50, Mike, 50. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. Heavy? Give me some. Here we go.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of this.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away.
Tighten up. You draw Porker.
Here's Jacobs. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Join the discussion on Twitter at EA Sports_MUT.